Okay, so I've got some news. I have been doing some good stuff to the van. It's been getting a lot better. I've been working mainly on the curtains. I bought myself a sewing machine off of Facebook for $12. Yes, one of the Facebook groups here locally. I got it for $12. And the thing works fantastic. I'm very happy with it. So I'm getting my curtains done. I'm going to show you those. But yeah, let's just see the curtains first. All right, so there's the completed blackout curtains. And then I did have enough material to do the two back there. And this is what it looks like when they're rolled up. I made them so they could roll up. I don't know, I'm sure you guys, if you watch Foresty Forest, I basically just copied what he did to a T because I thought it was such a fantastic idea. And it works great. It blocks out every square millimeter of light. Oh, also, I did get my battery. It's hard to recognize. I probably should have showed you exactly what I did, but I just have that wood around it because you're supposed to have some kind of pressure on these batteries. I can't wait to hook that battery up. I'm still waiting on my BMS. Who knows when that's going to get there. Also, I did get my license squared away. I don't remember if I told you in the last video or not, but I ended up having to go down to the DMV and get a duplicate license. I had to pay for duplicate license. It was like another $32. So yeah, I'm not thrilled about that. They got some more money out of me, so whatever. I also picked up these rugs in the back. They happen to fit almost perfect back there. If you can see, I had some plastic down, but that plastic kept bunching up. And so I didn't want to just totally waste it. I figure these nice heavy mats can lay over the top, keep that from bunching up, and should keep it from bunching up. I got my, I don't know if you guys have probably seen this. I got my cooktop, got a gas propane cylinder hooked up to it. If you're wondering what that metal thing is, it's a splash guard for grease. So you put this around that cook device there, and that will protect it from spraying grease all over. I'm hoping I can get away without screwing this down. It rides pretty solid actually, because it's nice to be able to move that around a little bit. This countertop is not going to fly for me because it's too rough. I suppose I could try and put some polyurethane over it, but it's a rough cut. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll just get a tray and screw like a tray down, so if I want to have anything messy, I can have it in the tray that can be cleaned up really easy or something. I also got the deal for the water. I'm now wishing I would have went with the more expensive hand pump, because it works good and it shuts off pretty good, but I feel like I would have had more control with the hand pump. I got my GoPro up front ready to go. One of them anyways. I kind of want one turned around, reversed. Yeah, I'm doing some work, so some of this stuff I gotta clean up. It's got like sawdust on it from me doing sanding. So you're probably wondering what the major news is. I mean, yeah, it's pretty major, but it has to do with the engine knock, the rod knock. I did get underneath it. The sound did start coming back lightly. I went underneath the van and I could hear near the back of the oil pan, I could hear some more knocking starting to come back a little bit again, which is disappointing to say the least. That is internal engine work that needs to be done. It's not real bad, so I don't know. What I did do is I went on Rock Auto and I ordered up a full set of rod bearings, and I ordered a full set of crank bearings. Now, whether I'm going to replace all those crank bearings, I've been doing some research, and I'm pretty sure it's not crank bearings, because crank bearings usually won't give you a knock. It'll usually be the rods that'll give you that knock sound. But I figured since I'm in there, I might as well replace all the main bearings that I can. I'm pretty certain I'm not supposed to take the end caps off the main bearings, so I might have to just replace the 3 in the center. And I ordered plastic gauge through O'Reilly's. That should be here tomorrow or the next day, so I can measure exactly the tolerances, because I want to do a good job Hopefully I didn't spin a rod bearing. I don't think I did, because normally when a rod bearing is spun, it's extremely loud. But I think the main thing with this thing was it sat for so long and never had an oil change. And I don't think there was the greatest maintenance done on this thing. So maybe when I took it on its 3, 4, 5 hour, whatever it was, to Walhalla, North Dakota, a long ways away, and I had to drive this thing all the way back, I'm looking back thinking I should have changed the oil on it before I left. Because who knows how long that oil was sitting in this engine. Could be 5 years. And it was blacker than you know what. I mean, it was black. Like black. Mud. Like black. Tar black. When I drained it. It wasn't chunky or anything, but it was really dark. Like it had a lot of miles on it. So I don't think this thing had the best maintenance. But anyways, moving on quickly. I've got everything I need. I think I needed a torque wrench. So the torque wrench, the main bearings, and the rod bearings, and an oil pan gasket, everything came to $110, I believe, $105. So, and I've got new spark plugs. I might need to pull the spark plugs to help push the piston back down with like a wood dowel or something if it gets pushed up and I can't get it back from underneath. It's going to be sketchy, but I have seen people do it on YouTube, able to replace the bearings in the car pretty much no problem. I gotta remove the exhaust out of the way, so it's probably going to be some torching or cutting off of some bolts. I'm really not looking forward to this job, but at least it's a job I've never done before, so it's a little bit exciting to me. And maybe I can fix the problem as long as it's not too bad. As long as the crank, as long as the crank doesn't need to be removed or something, because then I got to pull the whole transmission at least, bare minimum. And who knows what else. Harmonic balancer for sure, I suppose. I don't know. I've never done this job before. But I know what I'm doing, and I can do a good job at it. So I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed, because this is a big deal, guys. I should have probably never went and put all this shit into the van until I knew for sure that this motor was going to be solid. But we're going to find out. We're going to find out. If it turns out that I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess my whole van tour for the summer is probably shot, because, I'll have to pull out the whole transmission and do all that crap. Then I might as well freaking rebuild the transmission, because the transmission is a bit sketchy in itself. When I put it in reverse, it groans like, it's when it warms up, it's fine, but it shifts good and everything, but that groaning in reverse seems sketch to me. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I mean, the van is looking awesome. I'm ready to freaking go, guys. I was waiting on my license, but now I'm waiting on this engine to see if that's going to turn out and everything like that. Who knows? We'll see. I'll keep you informed, and I will show a little bit some of the job when I do get going on it, because I know some of you guys might be mechanics and might be curious, and I could use some input as well. I am a mechanic, but like I say, I've never done this before. So I will see you guys in the next video, and I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope everything's going good in your life. And you know what? If you put your mind to it, you could do this too. I mean, it takes some scrap, and especially nowadays with all the used car prices are so high, and everybody has pretty much picked up every van off the market. But if you really want it bad enough, you can make it happen. You can live like a king off of peanuts, literally. I am probably going to be doing a little bit of DoorDash tonight, because I need to make some extra money. I always need to keep that money coming in. I have money saved up. I have money put away. But I'm down on the cryptos a little bit lately, and I just want to keep something coming in, and that's just the way that goes. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next video, and be good to yourself.